Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. It's raining here, so naturally I thought it'd be a good idea to make a video. Today I want to touch on a topic which has been on my mind recently in regards to Rolex. Now, if you hear that brand and are immediately uninterested, I understand. Skip this video and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. To start, I think there's a disproportionate amount of Rolex content in the watch community, and I apologise for adding to it, but hopefully my insight gives you a different perspective. I'll start with an anecdote. I was recently catching up with a friend in Bristol. We were walking around talking about the past and the future and what we were up to. We walked past a goldsmith's and I took a glance at some of the watches in the window, as I usually do. He turned to me as I did so, and seeing this, I then explained that I was interested in watches. He was curious and asked if Rolex was a good brand. This was one of the 3 questions I usually get asked when saying that I'm a watch enthusiast. The others being, do I like Rolex, and if I want a Rolex. I began to explain that they weren't the pinnacle of watchmaking, that there were higher quality and more interesting manufacturers. I swiftly stopped, eager not to bore him. I summarised saying that they're nice but not the best, in my opinion, and we continued to a coffee shop where we chatted about other topics and ideas. Several days later I was in a different coffee shop, and I thought I'd do some calculations to find out how common Rolexes really are. You see, I get shown pictures and videos of Rolexes every day on social media, never mind all the fakes. So I'm bored with them. I know all the colours, models and most nicknames. They don't intrigue me anymore. I personally prefer their older models and consciously avoid clicking on most Rolex content on Instagram or YouTube. Now Adrian from Bark & Jack made a video regarding social media ruining watches. I think it raises some important points with many related to this video. I'll link it above. Check it out after this video. After watching it, I think you'll find that he's not alone. Even if you haven't gone on to purchase a watch, you've probably still been bombarded by the same watch-related content over and over, making you consider your need for one. This is perpetuated by content creators, brands, and of course the algorithms on social media. They show you more of what you engage with, and thus if you engage with pictures of the same watches, say for example a Rolex, then you'll keep on being shown them. And so, one can easily begin to construct the belief that everyone and their dog has the watch they're interested in. They could feel as if everyone is getting a new watch every day and that everyone has large collections or high-end pieces. The abundance of these pieces, even the ones that non-enthusiasts might recognize, lessens how special they really are. Now, I'm not telling you not to share your interests. I'm saying we need to look at what others are sharing less. It distorts our reality in many areas of life, including outside of watches. But anyway, let's return back to the back of a napkin calculations that were a reality check for myself. Here, I used public information, numbers, and some basic maths to determine, or more specifically estimate, how common Rolexes really are. Let's begin with the date they were founded, 1905, so operational for 117 years now. Most estimates for current production are between 800,000 and 1 million units a year. This is based on a figure released back in 2015 by COSC of 795,000 certificates. Production over the lifetime of the manufacturer, Rolex, has increased steadily since its inception, so the current production is their highest. The 1960s estimate per year of units is 90,000. For late 1960s, 150 to 200,000. For the 1970s, 350 to 400,000. And for the 1980s, 500,000. To be safe, let's be conservative with every estimate, so that if I'm off, the actual production should be less in total, making them even rarer, or less common. There isn't a lot of information about how many units were produced per year pre-1960s, so I'm going to assume that 100,000 were produced per year from 1905 to 1966, or the late 60s. So that would be 6.1 million. Using the estimates, from the 1967 to 1970, I'm going to do 200,000 units times 4 years, which is going to be 800,000. From 1971 to 1980, I'm going to do 10 years times the 400,000 production estimate to get 4 million. From years 81 to 1990, it's 10 years and it's estimated production output of 500,000, so that would be 5 million. From here, let's say that from 91 to 2015, the estimated production is 800,000, so then I'm going to do 24 years times that 800,000, which is 19.2 million. From 2015 to 2022, that's 7 years, and I'm going to times it by the million per year unit output, so that's 7 million. So the total production output since 1905, conservatively, is 42,100,000. Current world population in 2022, according to worldmeters.info, as of November 2021, is 7.9 billion. Therefore, if you have owned or currently own a Rolex, you are in the 0.54% of the world's population. Put another way, you are twice as likely to meet a millionaire than to meet a Rolex owner. The social media pool is saturated, and the global pool is your reality check. 0.54% of the world. 0.54% of the world. I'll leave you with this one question. Is that common? Thanks for watching. Talk soon. I want to state that there are obvious benefits to social media and watches, including but not limited to connecting with people from around the world, discovering new pieces, engaging with discussions, polls, and much more. These should not be forgotten. Anyway, I'm eager to hear what you guys think. Please share your thoughts down below. Cheers.